Deadwax. What's up, all you Siamese dreams? And welcome to the Deadwax show with Waffles the Stooge. And guess what? As y'all can see, we are joined by a very special guest today.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Welcome to the show, my friend.
Thank you very much.
Before we get started, we got to say our classic line of, y'all better gone. Oh, my gosh.
It's so classic.
Okay, give me just 1 second for some caffeine. Y'all better get on out of the groove and get into the Deadwax. Gentlemen, how are we this evening?
Fantastic.
Well, before we continue, I think we should let, for those in podcast view or whoever's joining the podcast, we have to let, who is our guest today? I mean, does he have a name?
He does have a name. And friend, will you introduce yourself to those people?
Hi, I'm Dan Baxter. I run a page called B-Sides Live, formerly B-Sides and Beers. B-Sides Live is a kind of podcast community for music lovers that has all kinds of crazy content spread around like all social media, really. I think biggest of which would be TikTok, where I met these lovely gentlemen. And just got a couple podcasts on YouTube right now, but it's growing, and I thought a name change was in the need. So, yeah.
Love it.
Good. It's going to be all the same stuff, though. It's just, just a
rebranding.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just a quick rebrand. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's an honor to be here, guys. I love the podcast. I was telling you, it makes my Mondays a little easier every day. And it's going to be weird watching this one because I'll know what's going to be in it. So
exactly, you will.
Yeah.
We still go back and watch it and laugh too, so don't worry.
Okay, good.
I'll
be watching.
We're so vain. Don't worry.
Seriously, you probably think this song is about you. Seriously, we met Dan on TikTok, and we're a fan of his too. That's what's so magic about this little get together we're having right now. Is you're not just like some guy. We're actually like a big fan of your page. So this is going to be tons of fun.
I love that. I'm a big fan of your guys' page too. So.
Stop it. We're all in love. I love this.
This is great. This is a big love fest here.
Exactly.
You guys are right next to each other. If you wanted to, you could kiss right now.
For those just listening and not watching, they've already clicked out. They're like, this is the last straw. I can't do this anymore.
We're talking about Kiss, the band.
We're talking about Kiss, exactly. Yeah. I was given the Gene Simmons tongue. It was all,
I was putting on makeup, but it took too long. So
exactly, Paul Stanley. So one reason we wanted to have Dan on the show, not only is he a delightful human with a fantastic TikTok page, but the man is an expert on all things rock and roll and vinyl records. So I feel like we're all in good company this evening, and it's gonna go quite well.
It's gonna go very well.
It's gonna go very well.
We'll see. I don't know. I'm not. We'll see. I might make some old classic rock dudes unhappy with.
That's the point of this show. You've watched episodes,
yeah. So we'll fit in here. It's good.
Yeah. So far, like our reviews on Apple Podcasts, like we've got like 1 or 2 stars, and the comments are like disappointing is like the number one thing. So you'll fit right in if that's.
Weirdly, a lot of comments that just say "fire waffles." Yeah. Stooge, we've got a couple of housekeeping things before we get into our discussion.
Yes,
let's talk about those.
Some business we got to talk about.
Some business.
So first thing I want to talk about, Deadwax Challenge.
Yes.
You guys, oh my gosh. And I'm talking to the listeners right now. But it's the response to our vinyl challenge for the month of March has been unbelievable.
Absolutely.
Way more participation than we ever would have thought would have happened. So from the bottom of our hearts, I mean, at least for mine, I don't know about Waffles. He's kind of a son of a bitch.
Don't even have a heart. No.
I just want to thank you guys. It's been like really fun, really humbling. It's been really great. Like this first week, there's been soundtracks and hip hop, which are like 2 of my niches for record collecting. So I've loved seeing everything everyone's been sharing, and it's been awesome. I don't know if you wanted to tack anything on top of that, Waffles.
Absolutely. The participation has been so overwhelming in the best way possible because we did not anticipate this much. So thank you to everybody who's posting on Instagram. Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook. Shockingly, we're not even on.
They're
all
on
of those.
Facebook too.
We have Facebook posts going around.
Oh my goodness.
John Pennington, I see him every time.
Oh, nice.
But, like, seriously, thank you to everybody because it's so awesome and we just love the participation. So thank you.
Yeah. It's.
I promise I'll do one. I haven't done one yet, but there are a
This
couple.
is your chance.
Oh, well.
You'll see a few.
Hey man, even
How
like
do
Big Shakuna, he did all of his, like 6 of them in one video. So who cares? It's all for fun.
Oh, you don't have to catch up. That's a lot of catching up.
Yeah, catch up's gross.
I'm just gonna do a couple. There's a few that I want to hit. I don't know if I can't do the whole month, but
Oh yeah,
got
that's
you.
a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Anyways, I just want to say we're doing our best to see all of them, to like
Yes.
all of them, to engage with as many as we can. Honestly, if I focused on that for just my page alone, let alone the Deadwax page as well, it would literally be a full-time job right now, which I love, but I just want everyone to know we see you and we appreciate everyone who's participating. So that was the last bit I wanted to put
Absolutely.
in. So we love you guys. Next piece of business, if you're ready to move on,
ready.
Keep this rock a rolling.
Yep.
We're gonna talk about our Teespring, our Deadwax merch store for the month of March. We mentioned on the previous show, and I've also posted on social media. All the money, every single penny we make from sales of our merch from our merch store this month is all going to the Red Cross to help the people of Ukraine.
Yep.
So far in the first week, we've raised $40. So just a little over $40, like 40 and some change. And it's all going to go to them. I know it's not a whole lot, but it's still something. And I just want to say a big thank you to everybody who has bought something off the store. We really appreciate that. And just know that whatever comes to us from those sales, all of it for this month is going to Ukraine. So just thank you. If you are able to go on there and buy something, great. If not, we understand that as well. We just really appreciate all the support and the support of the Ukrainian people. So
absolutely.
That was my other piece of business. Was there another piece I'm
There was
forgetting about?
There's a third one. What was it?
The third one, we got to follow up on last week's topic real quick.
So
Waffles.
if you all remember last episode,
sorry, Dan, I swear we'll get to
Dan's
it's fine.
Last episode, Stooge and I talked about our dream music festivals, and on social media we put up our like mock-up tour posters for the festival of what it would look like, and we had everybody vote which one they would rather go to. So, Stooge, we're ready for the results. Which festival would they rather attend?
So the winner, by a margin of 53% to 47%, is the Best Festival Fest.
Which was mine.
That's what's yours.
That's freaking right,
man.
pal.
So
I'm telling you, the kids love the Misfits. They'd rather go see the Misfits than anybody.
And eat Taco Bell, clearly.
Yeah, dude.
That was the real seller for me.
Absolutely. Can you, like, seriously, anybody could be playing that. And I was like, free Taco Bell all day? Okay. Like, what do you want?
Maybe I should have forced Taco Bell onto them. I had mine as an option. I thought I was being a man of the people, but clearly they just want tacos shoved down their throat. And
it's the best thing at a festival. It's cheap. It's
absolutely
it's free. It's free.
It's delicious, and it's incredible. Yeah.
So I won't lie, I'm a little sad and disappointed, but I will survive this and I will move on despite my pride and my bruised ego.
So I actually have some news. You will not survive this, and you will not move on because one of the secret prizes for whoever won this poll was that festival actually happens. We got the money to make it happen. So hope you guys are ready. Taco Bell is sponsoring the best festival fest.
Oh man, I can't wait.
Yeah. It's going to be great to watch the Smashing Pumpkins and the Misfits play together.
I'm just disappointed MILF won't happen now. So
it'll happen all right. Oh, you mean the festival? Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Keep it in your back pocket, though,
Exactly. You should always keep a MILF in your back pocket. Anyway, so that's some crazy stuff going on. But this is also why y'all need to follow us on social media, because we put a lot of this stuff out there, and so it's good. Give us a follow on Instagram and on TikTok. Man, look at that plug.
Look at you. You're like a natural now.
I know. Thanks, guys. All right, everybody. Let's get into the meat. Y'all better move on past the vegetables and go straight to the butcher block, because we're going to get into the meat of this episode.
And if you're vegan, you better check out right now.
No, we respect vegans on the pod now. Now, Brent. We've learned to change.
Well, do we have like faux meat? Is this faux meat? Then is this like veggie meat? Okay, we're getting to the veggie meat of the show.
Yeah, Beyond Meat is what they're calling it.
Okay, Beyond Meat.
Impossible.
Impossible meat.
There we go.
Exactly. And some of it's not bad. We all respect.
That's true.
Yeah, Brent does not. It's okay. Or Stooge does
I'm
not,
sorry. I just wanted to make sure we included them. I mean,
sure.
if I was, whatever. Anyways, go on. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So as we talked about before, our buddy Dan here, he is an expert on classic rock, and we're gonna do something a little bit crazy. And what we've done is that Stooge has put together a bracket. This is my very bad handwriting version of it, of a bunch of fantastic bands from the 60s and 70s, correct?
Mostly, yeah, pretty much. I think
decades
so.
we stuck with. And we're gonna have a discussion as we slowly mark down. And what's our criteria for this one, Stooge? Is it like our favorite one? One we see the best, one we have the most of? What do you think?
I think it could be all of that. I think, of
Okay,
course,
that's a lot of discussing.
if you like them, I think that's definitely going to play a factor into your decision.
Yeah.
But I think also accolades, longevity, charts, all that kind of stuff can play into it, even though there wasn't a whole lot of, anyways.
I'm a little nervous because I've got my top ones. And if it comes down to it, I'm gonna have to make some tough choices. So
Dan, as a fan of yours, I know for a fact you're gonna feel conflicted probably 12 times.
Oh no!
Probably 12 times.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think for the majority of this, there's a handful I'm conflicted on.
Yeah, bro, you set this up for fighting.
Yeah,
I'm going into this completely blind, and I'm terrified.
It's gonna be good.
It's
gonna be good.
So here's what let's do. We learned this from our episode with Michaela. Why don't we have each one of us a different time answer for their be the first person to answer which one they go with. So we'll start with Stooge, and then Dan, and then myself, and then just keep in that in that order. And then we'll have Stooge will give his answer first, and then the two of us can give our answers, because that's the magic of the three of us, is that it'll always be a 2-3, 2-1. Am I doing that math right? Yeah,
sure.
So that's what it. Okay, it goes to the. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Exactly. It's the magic of there being three of us.
This is
so. Let's all get ready as we find out what is the best classic rock band. The very first one is a debate that's been happening for 60 years now. The Beatles or the Rolling Stones? Stooge, you first get to answer this one.
I think I'm going to lose this one because I've got a clear favorite in my head. But I do acknowledge that both of these bands are iconic. And have had longevity and have had hits.
Yeah, got to give you reasonings.
But my clear, no-brainer to me answer for this one is the Beatles. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I way more prefer the Beatles over the Stones. I don't even own a single Stones vinyl record, but I want to say like 3 or 4 Beatles ones. So
we got 1 vote Beatles. Dan, what are your thoughts on this?
It's Beatles. That's just going down to I love the Stones. I absolutely love the Stones. They've made me cry many times. I've seen them a couple times, but if it comes down to it, they don't even make my top 5 of all time, and the Beatles do. And so I think and just because they inspired so many groups that did so many different things, and it just branches out kind of from them. And not that the Stones didn't, but I think it's a wider branch with the Beatles.
That's fair. I would have said the Stones.
I knew you would have.
I way prefer the Stones to the Beatles, but that's okay. That's the magic of there being 2-1.
And we should have known that, being the dynamic that we have in our preferences of music.
Exactly. Yeah, I like the Stones.
Why Stones?
Yeah, I like the Stones better because they were like the rebellious Beatles. They always had like the more edgy music.
Mick Jagger.
That was not
my grandma.
Mick Jagger.
Yeah, that was actually really good.
Yeah.
My grandmother called them those yucky guys who lick each other.
That's hilarious.
She's a fan of our show too, I guess. Huh?
Oh my gosh, shut up. That is so funny.
Yeah.
No, dude, my parents also were way more into the Stones than the Beatles, so we always listen to the Stones. I really love the Stones, but that's okay.
They're amazing.
I'm willing to have fights on other ones of these, as opposed to the Beatles versus the
I'm
Stones.
so glad you started with that. That's the classic one.
Right?
I knew that was going to come up.
Exactly.
Okay.
Let's get it over with. Just rip that Band-Aid off.
Fantastic.
Okay, next one. Dan, you're getting the first one on this. The Who or Pink Floyd?
Pink Floyd. I like the Who.
Mm-hmm.
I just there's a lot of different eras of Pink Floyd that explore a lot of different styles, and they all kind of build on on each other if you go chronologically.
Yeah.
And the Who does too, but I don't know. I love them both, but it has to go Pink Floyd for me. I think if we're going best classic rock band of all time, the Who's definitely in there, but
we're voting Pink Floyd.
Floyd.
I honestly wish you were here. Stooge, what is your answer for this one?
So, this was a hard one for me.
Yes, this is tough.
Because man, Pinball Wizard, My Generation, Bob O'Reilly, those are all like, did I say O'Reilly?
Baba O'Reilly. Yeah.
Bob O'Reilly. Like, they've got so many like bangers. And so does Pink Floyd though. Like Pink Floyd, I don't know if they're bangers. Like the Who's like when I want to rock out, the Who is more of the preference. Pink Floyd's got, I don't know, they just got these what's the word I'm looking for? Like not masterpieces, but something that's bigger than average. Their songs are events. I don't know what they call them.
An experience.
Yes, there you go. Like they're like Tool minus like the heaviness as far as like the sound. Like, like
Pink Floyd's like if Tool never tried meth. Yeah.
But
honestly, a perfect description.
like, and I don't mean to say that the two sound alike. I'm just saying like it's like you said, it's an experience, not just like a chorus verse. Here's the hook and we're done. It's like it's an experience, and so it was really hard because, like I said, I love to rock out to the Who, but I feel like Pink Floyd is also like I've got 3 Pink Floyd albums. I have no Who albums on vinyl.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Pink Floyd as well.
Okay. I will say the Who. I'm not doing this just to be different.
I knew you were going to.
I know. I don't even like Pink Floyd, I'll be honest. I think they're boring. Yeah. But I love the Who. I've always loved the Who. Yeah, I think the Who's wild and they're great.
And I love them too. That's the thing.
And that's the thing is like I'm one of those that I don't know what the way to put it. I didn't like go through a phase because I just always loved the Who. But I don't even like the hits of the Who that much. I love their music so much. There you go.
Nice. I lied. I do have a Who record.
Hey, there you go.
Look at you.
And that's a great compilation. There's
that
some
absolutely
great.
Is.
Yeah.
It's the Target one too. It's like special colors.
It's special colors. All right.
I want to say there was I went to a music festival a few years ago, and I actually saw the Who went on before Roger Waters.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
look at that,
and it was wild. It was
Roger who?
Roger Waters from Pink Floyd. Yeah,
how funny that
awesome.
So I think that's why it was an easier decision. For
there
me.
You go. Yeah, I adore the Who. I'm one of those like I can't get enough of finding out about them historically and musically. So I just would have gone with the Who, but that's okay.
Keith Moon's incredible.
Absolutely,
they are so great. I love both of them.
Was so talented. Absolutely. All right, next one. I feel like this one might be a little bit easier, but we'll see. Credence Clearwater Revival or AC/DC? It is my turn to start, and I will say AC/DC. I love CCR. They're like one of my dad's favorite bands, but I don't know. AC/DC is cooler. that's my whole reasoning. Is like AC/DC is just cooler, so I like them better. Dan, what are your thoughts on this one? CCR versus AC/DC. Lots of letters.
Yeah, I love that matchup there.
Yeah.
I think that's both are iconic classic rock bands you're gonna hear on the radio daily on a classic rock station.
At the grocery store.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think, I'm gonna go CCR. I think.
Oh, I love that we're getting all these different answers.
This
is so good.
Yeah. That was a really tough one.
These are all tough, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. I just think, with their tie-in to the Vietnam War, I think that was a big push for a lot of music at that time in general. So just thinking just on that, I know AC/DC did great stuff too, but yeah, CCR.
Okay, Brent, you're the tiebreaker.
So this it's a tough one as well. Like I love both of these. CCR's got undoubtedly like some really great hits. Funny enough, I actually the first time I ever heard CCR was when I saw Forrest Gump for the first time.
Oh, that's funny.
And it was during when they're flying into Vietnam. They're playing
amazing
Son.
They're
playing Fortunate Son.
And that's just such a great song. And not just that, like Bad Moon and just all these other hits that they have. I've got CCR's greatest hits on vinyl.
And you have all
However,
these freaking records.
I do.
think
I've got a
I
lot of
like it.
records. I know, right?
Yeah.
It's almost like I have an addiction or something or a problem.
Yeah.
However, I'm with Waffles on this one. AC/DC just even though they've been through two lead singers, I feel like they both just have such unique voices, and the band just rocks so. I don't want to say hard, but just good. It's just
They rock hard. Yeah.
I'm gonna say like 4 of their albums. You know, I don't have like a greatest hits. I've got AC/DC albums because I can put them on and basically play them through and enjoy every single track. Not saying you couldn't do that with CCR. It's just my experience. I've enjoyed AC/DC more. Or maybe they've been more readily accessible. I don't know. But anyways, I'm going AC/DC.
Okay, AC/DC moves on. By the way, I just realized we forgot to talk about pickups. So the second we're done with this section, we will go to that. I promise.
Pickups.
All right, everyone. The next one. Longtime listeners of the show will know my answer. Rush versus Kiss. And Stooge, it's your turn to start this one off.
Well, I mean, you should go first since we know what your answer
Okay,
is.
sick. It's definitely not Rush. It's Kiss. I don't like Rush at all.
So it's Kiss for Waffles.
Yeah,
and for me, it's an obvious Rush, man. Rush is a freaking.
Dan, you got to break this tie, you son of a gun.
And that's why I wanted you to go first, Chris, because I wanted to set this up for Dan.
I love you.
Kiss is fine. Like they've never really been my thing. What's their party song called?
I want to rock and roll all night and party every day.
Yeah. That's
what's
a jam.
their party song? You son.
You know,
yeah,
that's a
you
jam.
might have to be a little more specific than that. But...
Yeah, for real. Detroit Rock City's a party song. Yeah.
But man, Rush, you know, Spirited Radio, Tom Sawyer, so many great songs. And once again, they're like this epic. Whereas I feel, and I don't have a lot of experience with Kiss, but Kiss just feels more like a, you know, verse chorus hook. We're done kind of thing. But that's just maybe limited experience with Kiss. I could be absolutely wrong with that, but
I don't disagree.
Rush is definitely hands down an easy pick for me on this one.
Okay, it's a miracle we're friends.
Dan, I know.
We're ready for you. We're ready to break this tie.
I'm struggling. I really don't like Gene Simmons. I really don't like Gene Simmons. But I will say I heard Kiss songs when I was a child, before I was 10 years old. I didn't know. I wasn't even aware of Rush until I Love You Man came out, to be honest. I will say, like, overall, I think I prefer some of Rush's music to Kiss's music. But I think I'm going to go Kiss on this round just because it's a classic rock.
That's freaking right, you did.
Like, that's classic rock.
Right,
sure.
you did.
Wow.
Yeah, man. By the way, this podcast
really tough.
This podcast fully supports the movie I Love You Man and fully also hates Gene Simmons. So,
that's great.
We're speaking to the people.
Kindred spirits here.
Absolutely.
I think AC/DC is gonna knock him out anyways, but we'll keep going.
We're gonna find out, aren't we? Is it Stooge? Is it your turn to start on this one?
Yeah, let's do it. I'll start.
This one's gonna be tough.
All right, let's do it.
I think I know your answer. Led Zeppelin or Aerosmith?
Led Zeppelin, easy. Next. You guys don't even get to vote. Led Zeppelin moves on.
Okay, great. That's your golden button on America's Got Talent. Yeah. Dan, what's your answer for this? Led Zeppelin or Aerosmith?
It's Led Zeppelin. Yeah.
I mean, it's the same for me.
No beating around the bush.
Yeah. And it's funny that we put these two together because, like, Led Zeppelin is the reason Aerosmith exists. And so it's one of those, like, of course we pick Zeppelin.
Yeah, and I feel like they'd be fine with being beat out by Zeppelin.
I think so, too. Actually, with the egos going around at Aerosmith, I don't know. I don't really know. Okay, this next one is going to be a lot of fun. And Dan will have you give your first answer on this one.
Okay.
The Doors or the Grateful Dead?
Dead. I'm sorry.
It's gonna be
the Dead. The Doors I loved first, but I will say it's super fascinating because they were both doing the same exact thing at the same time in different cities. The Dead were in San Francisco, the Doors were in LA, and it said that the Dead were more substance while the Doors were more style. And diving into both of their catalogs, that is very true. So
my gosh, Dan, you are the most.
Gotta have
you're wearing a Grateful Dead shirt.
Yeah,
look how perfect that is. Look how perfect that
Dead and
is.
Company, but it counts. I feel like.
Can I just say, you are the most articulate human to talk to about music. That was such
really
a good
appreciate
analysis.
Thank
My
you.
gosh.
I've thought about it a lot before. I've definitely. It's yeah. Thank you.
This is what you think about when you're going to sleep or when you're playing skip rope with the children.
This is just what I do in the shower. I just talk, about music.
We all do different things in the shower. Stooge, what are your thoughts on this? The Doors versus the Grateful Dead.
All right, so I got to preface this by saying,
Oh no,
these are probably like two of my lesser favorite.
Of everybody we're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't know if I could name you a single Grateful Dead song.
Really?
I know like who Jerry Garcia is, and I've heard plenty of their songs.
Heard like "Touch of Grey," right? Is like one of their biggest songs. I'm sure if you heard that.
Sing
it's their
for
only
me.
#1 hit.
How does it go?
"Touch of Grey."
Yeah.
You gotta help me out, Dan. This is the one that goes. I remember the music video. They turned into skeletons.
I'll send you a playlist. I got a good introductory playlist.
There you
go. Can
you just even like sing or hum a part of that song? Because I can't think of it either.
It's all right. It's all right. Is the they just say it's all right?
Yeah.
For the whole chorus, pretty much.
Yeah.
Little touch of gray.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Stooge.
Okay.
Sorry, we took that from you.
All right.
Yeah.
No. And then the Doors. Like I recognized how great the Doors are and everything. I always felt like their music lacked like power oomph behind it. It feels really hollow to me. It's like they got the keys, and anyways, I also have a buddy from California, and the way that we rib on each other is he's a huge Doors fan, and I'm a huge Rage Against the Machine fan. So he'll always say stuff about Rage Against the Machine, how much they suck, and I just respond with how much the Doors suck. We just do it to piss each other off.
It is so funny because those are two of the biggest bands ever. Yeah.
But if I'm going to pick one, it's going to be the Doors. But that's just by default.
Okay.
I feel like my opinion on this is invalid and mute.
That's fair.
So,
but you still have to
your opinion is not invalid.
I mean,
this is a Stooge support podcast. We support you here on this day.
All right, I appreciate
that.
I
will get by. That's the chorus.
There you go.
It's fitting for the moment.
I will get by. Dun, 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 dun.
Exactly. Yeah.
I will get by.
Is that
how it goes?
Yeah, you sounded like Backstreet Boys or something, or like New Kids on the Block.
Third Eye Blind or something.
We should do a boy band episode. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
So here's my answer. It's gonna be the Doors because I love the Doors, and I have for a long time. Like that, the Doors is one of those bands, just like the Who, where I like got into it, and then I was like, I want to find out everything I can. I probably watched like 10 documentaries on the Doors. I love the Doors. They were like the most ridiculous band because Jim Morrison is known as this like icon of music, and you watch his performances, and he's a wreck. Like he would lay on the ground and sing, and he would rip things apart, and I just think that's really cool. and the Doors is why we have punk rock, and so like that's a huge thing. So anyway,
I thought for sure with a name like Deadwax, I thought one of you would pick the Dead.
I'm sorry, dude. If we put them against somebody else,
it's fine.
If we put them against somebody else, I'd be like, oh yeah, Grateful Dead. But
it's fair. Doors, I stood my ground. That's all I could do.
I know.
So
this is how I felt with the Rolling Stones.
My main impressions of Jim Morrison come from Wayne's World 2.
Oh, you son of a gun. You son of a gun. Okay, this one I think is going to be pretty hard. Okay, I've said that for all of them. Y'all ready? It's my turn.
You did
to
say
go
that.
first, right? Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Queen versus the Eagles. Very different bands, but in terms of how big they are, I'd say pretty equal. This is tough. This is a tough one.
Is it though?
I'm gonna say Queen. I'm so sorry for any Eagles fans watching this. I love the Eagles. My parents were huge into the Eagles, so we had it playing all the time. But I think Queen is more like memorable to me. I love Queen's music. I love Freddie Mercury. I know way more Queen songs than the Eagles songs, and I know a lot of Eagles songs. So I would say, just in terms for me personally and how much I enjoy them and how much of a legacy that they've left in my life, I would say Queen. That's a hard one, you son of a gun. Man, Stooge really put this together for the purpose of us hating everything. Yeah. Dan, what is your answer for this? Queen versus the Eagles?
See, this is exactly what I was afraid of. Was one of these kind of era, because both I feel have very rabid fans. I feel like that's an interesting
Mm-hmm.
matchup. But to quote the Big Lebowski, I hate the fucking Eagles, man. Like I can't stand that. Like no, it's Queen.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of the Eagles.
Oh, it's interesting.
Hotel
I mean,
California, I have it. You know, I
Of
got it.
course,
Somebody
yeah.
gave it to me. It's fine.
Yeah.
But
Hotel California is like, I want to say, one of the top 10 highest selling albums ever.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like of all time. But yeah, this is a no-brainer. I don't care about the Eagles. Like Coach, yeah, like you said, Dan. Yeah, Hotel California. This song, I don't know. I've never listened to the album. The song
Yeah.
Hotel California is fine. California.
there's
Yeah,
a
that's
couple
fine.
fine songs on that album, but it's
Yeah.
It sounds like a song though that Limp Bizkit needs to remake and bring it back.
We've just lost our audience. You just made everyone turn this off.
also another good reason against the Eagles is prefer to go by Eagles, not the
Yeah,
Eagles.
exactly.
So I think they're just being brats with that. That's just
What's
there's
up,
no
the?
Yeah,
I would
get
just
rid
call
of
them
the.
the. What's
Yeah,
up,
exactly.
the?
That's what you called them. Yeah.
Yeah, Queen, dude, Queen. I mean, Queen.
I got a
Enough
feeling we'll be
said.
saying the name Queen a lot later.
Is that the first time we all agreed?
I think
I think so.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
Or was it
or
Zeppelin?
no, Zeppelin.
Zeppelin.
oh Zeppelin. Oh, you're right. Okay.
So, but you
True,
know,
though.
the conversation might change. We're gonna find out. This will be our last one. We have not talked about the bands yet. Are we ready? The Jimi Hendrix Experience or Cream? Now, here's the question, Stooge. Are we including everything Eric Clapton did, or just the band Cream?
I'll let you decide.
Let's just say Cream then, because
Okay.
once he went solo, we're hitting like the 80s at that point, and that's now out of the category of what we're talking about. I'm so sorry. Whose turn is it to give their answer first?
I think it's Stooge.
Is it Stooge? Oh,
so.
Stooge.
all right.
Rooney.
The Jimi Hendrix Experience versus Cream.
Senior Stooge.
Stooge.
This one, not taking away anything from Cream. Great talent on all fronts of them. But Jimmy has what'd I say?
On all fronts of them.
Yeah, just their fronts.
They got talents on their fronts.
Not on their backs.
Sorry, keep going. I'm 12. Yeah.
Because they would have seen Jimmy coming and surpassing
glasses,
them.
So give me a second.
That's the goal.
Yeah, if Monster Energy gets on your glasses, it eats through the glass. Anyway, what is your answer, Jimmy?
Your glasses are now possessed with an evil spirit.
Exactly. Punch a hole in the wall.
My answer is Jimi Hendrix.
Okay.
It's easy for me. Like, I love his music. Purple Haze, Watchtower, Fox the Lady, all of that stuff. So,
Dan, what's your answer?
Man, that's another good pair. Two great guitar gods. Cream is a super group.
Yep.
Technically, Ginger Baker changed the way drummers drum. But it's got to be Jimmy. He just did so much within a small time period. That's all gold. And I would give it to him just on the Band of Gypsy stuff alone.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm also going to go with Jimi Hendrix. I adore Cream. I feel like Sunshine of Your Love is arguably one of the best rock and roll songs ever written. But if we're going by Stooge's logic before, I have Are You Experienced on vinyl. And so I don't have any Cream albums. And so I love Jimi Hendrix. Same thing. He did so much in such a short period of time. And we're still talking about it. That's what's so crazy, is that his legacy was so short and so iconic. Oh, look at you creating
just got him
the force.
Just kind of laying.
You got a
around.
shiny one too.
Yeah, that is. I've never seen that cover.
This is like $3 in a $3 bin. I think I played it like once.
Sick.
Sounds right.
Dope.
Anyway, that's another one we all agree on is Jimi Hendrix. I think
Great.
Jimmy is so interesting and fascinating life. Absolutely. And also just one thing that we're going to talk about in the Q&A a little bit, though, is Jimi Hendrix was so important for African Americans feeling represented during like the 60s and during the hippie era that it wasn't really felt in a lot of other ways. Of course, he wasn't alone, but that's super important to talk about too. All right, kids, we're into
equality.
We are into equality.
Equity.
I was
I can't
going
remember.
to say, we're into the quarterfinals, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
This happened last
Sure.
time. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Sick. All right. This one is quite different, but an interesting discussion between the two of you. The Beatles or Pink Floyd?
Who's going first? Love
I
Dan
can go first.
All right, you can go first.
The Beatles.
Yeah, we knew that's what you're gonna go with.
Yeah.
All right,
Dan,
you
go
go
for it.
next.
The Beatles or Pink Floyd?
I think it's the Beatles. You
Oh,
know, they rank higher on my
Absolutely.
my list, so got to go with them.
Stooge, what's your answer for this one?
I also vote the Beatles.
Man, poor Pink Floyd. Guess you guys aren't real fans after all. I'm just kidding.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. All right, that was a quick one. All right, the next one is actually shock. Oh my gosh, dude, we're in the middle of the bracket. This one, is actually not super uncommon debate. AC/DC or Kiss? Dan, you go first.
Man, I think this time around Gene Simmons is gonna bite me, and I'm gonna go AC/DC here.
Ooh, interesting.
So.
Stooge, what are your thoughts on this? What are your musings on this?
I concur with Dan that AC/DC is the superior band and gets my vote.
This is a tough one, man, because I feel both of these bands have such fantastic legacies and influence. Especially as a metalhead, both of these bands ended up being humongous for what heavy metal became. But I'd rather listen to AC/DC. If you put two records in front of me, if I have the choice to listen to Detroit Rock City or Thunderstruck, I'm gonna listen to AC/DC. So,
and it's more classic rock. If that's the criteria, that's
and the other thing that's funny about these two bands is that you have two bands that played with the idea of visuals very differently. Because you had Angus from AC/DC, and then you had all of Kiss with their visuals, and they took that gimmick and they made it humongous. So interesting that those two got paired up. All right.
That is cool.
Yeah, look at this. This next one is begging for some LSD. Led Zeppelin or The Doors? Stooge, your musings. Stooge.
Zeppelin next.
Man, this is just going to be the Zeppelin versus the Beatles. I can already see where this is going. Dan, what are your thoughts on this? Zeppelin or The Doors?
Man, that's
you're tough.
Tough, but it's Zeppelin. I think it's Zeppelin.
Damn, kids.
Man, that one was
These rough. Are hard.
That one was hard. Really bad.
Because I love Led Zeppelin. Man, but I would pick the
Suck
Doors
it,
personally.
Jason. That's my friend's name. Suck it, the Doors lost.
Is that the only reason you set this up this way? Is just so that the Doors
I would have put Rage on there.
That's funny.
Even though they're not
all these classic rock bands, and all of a sudden Rage Against the Machine.
They might get farther than we think.
Shockingly. All right, kids. Queen or the Jimi Hendrix Experience? Very different. Wildly different, those two. Is it my turn to start first?
Yeah, go for it.
I'd say Queen. I like more Queen songs than I like Jimi Hendrix songs. If I spill Monster on my face one more freaking time, I've been drinking so aggressively. Dan, Queen or Jimi Hendrix?
That's terrible. That's really terrible.
It's not fair. Abuse, technically.
I'm going to use your thinking though and say I think I like more Jimmy songs than Queen songs.
Ooh, the heat is turning up.
And I will say I'm not a big fan of Fat Bottom Girls.
But they make the rock and roll
real life, like in real life, or the song.
Definitely the song.
It's wrong though. Either way, it should be. I like both of them.
I thought. Well, I keep. Yeah. Well.
Dude, you're terrible.
I'm not going Queen. I'm not going Queen.
Poor Dan. All right, so we got one Queen and one Jimi Hendrix. This is interesting. This is our first one of the quarterfinals that is different. All right, Stooge.
I absolutely love Fat Bottom Girls, both in real life and the song. And just on that alone, Queen is moving on. To this.
You son of a gun! You killed me.
I do like Queen. I'm not trying to throw shade at Queen there. I'm just saying, like. Yeah,
it sounded pretty shady, if you ask me. Someone burned some lights out because there's shade all around. All right, here we are to the semifinals. Semifinals.
Yep.
All right, these are pretty different, so get ready. Dan, we'll have you answer first. The Beatles or AC/DC?
Beatles.
Stooge, what are your musings on this?
This is actually hard that I'm thinking about it.
What's hard about this is that they're so different
Yeah.
that like picking between the two is like it's apples and oranges. It's Little Caesars versus Subway.
Like generally, if I had a choice to choose between which one I'd rather listen to, like 9 times out of 10, I'd probably go with AC/DC.
Oh.
However,
man, the
Beatles,
anticipation.
the Beatles are so like the hits, the influence, the legacy. Like, I think I'm gonna let that sway my vote in this one. I think I'll also go, even though I like to listen to AC/DC and they rock, and it's more my lane of music. I think I'm gonna go with the Beatles on this one as well.
You're gonna be the hanging Chad, and you're gonna go with the Beatles.
Yeah, are you gonna go AC/DC?
I'm gonna say AC/DC.
I don't blame you. Like if I was going,
I actually prefer AC/DC to the Beatles. I'm so sorry, everybody.
Wow.
And like I said, I kind of feel that way too. Like AC/DC rocks more. Like it's more my lane.
Yeah.
But like I said, I can't deny the fact that the Beatles have had more number ones than you could fit on one LP.
That is very true.
Mm-hmm.
And Dan, calm yourself. AC/DC didn't move on, so we're fine.
I think that's all I was worried about. Just make sure they got out of there.
I know. Stooge, if you paid Stooge $20, nothing but respect. All right, kids. The other side. Led Zeppelin or Queen? Stooge, it's your turn to go first.
This time,
this is tough.
The next will be omitted. It's still going to be Led Zeppelin.
You're picking Led Zeppelin over Queen.
This is the hardest one, though. Like, these are probably 1 and 2.
These are crazy hard.
These are my 2 favorite classic rock bands. Like,
yeah,
I thoroughly enjoy both of them, and I would pick Queen over the Beatles, just so you know.
Well, don't spoil the finale. Don't spoil the ending.
But I think I've spoiled it from round 1 when I've gone next. But yeah, I'm going to go
like
with
milk, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Dan. We got 1 vote for Zeppelin. What are your thoughts? Zeppelin versus Queen.
I hate this. This is tough. This is like the real moment truth. Man, I'm gonna go Zeppelin. I think just because when I was thinking of classic rock bands, I just wrote the first 10 I could think of. Zeppelin, I think a little higher than Queen, but I think Zeppelin.
Tough,
I hate
man.
that. I hate that though.
Yeah, that's tough, bro. I would say Queen. I'll be honest. I love Led Zeppelin, but I just like Queen just a little bit better. But it doesn't. My vote doesn't matter. I'm in the minority, so
I'm not mad at that.
So my vote doesn't matter. I have been silenced, and that's okay. All right, kids, are we ready for the final decision that Stooge just spoiled for us all?
No, here's the thing.
You spoiled it.
You're going to be the hanging Chad in this one, Waffles.
I know I am.
I'm pretty sure I know where Dan's voting.
I am.
And I'm pretty sure we all know where I'm voting. So I think we can get that out of the way right now. Dan, you're going Beatles, right?
Wait. Let me intro this.
Okay.
Beatles versus Led Zeppelin.
Beatles, Zeppelin. Okay, Dan. Beatles, right?
I think so. I think that's another really tough one, but I think it's Beatles.
And I'm clearly all in on Led Zeppelin at this point.
This is not fair.
It is coming down to Waffles
this
to
is
make
not
the vote.
Right, what do you got,
fair.
Waffles?
This is 100% not a fair thing you've just done to me.
Who's he gonna vote? Is he gonna favor the guest who's gonna be on the show for this maybe one time, or the guy who he's on every week with?
Shh, Nikes. Okay. I shouldn't do that. I'm showing secrets. This
dirty
is so
little
hard.
secrets.
Dirty little secrets. This is really hard because
you've said it enough.
This is quite difficult You son of... I'm just gonna pick the Beatles because you said that.
You voted
right.
Stones over Beatles.
I know.
In round one.
This is tough, bro. Because same thing, you've got such like important bands, not even just good, but like literally the reason we have this hobby and the reason we like music. But if we're talking about the Beatles versus Led Zeppelin, oh my gosh, dude. Promise not to hate me, both of you.
I already do.
Okay, great. I'm gonna say the Beatles. Because the reason everything I love is because of the Beatles. Bitch. Like every band I love exists because the Beatles existed. And you can't say the same for Led Zeppelin. And so, I'm so sorry. That was my biggest criteria. Please, Stooge, love me.
I think that's the first
fact
time
that
you
came
voted
to
for
those
the Beatles.
two. The fact it came to those two. I
yes,
think
that is so hard.
Those are the two biggest classic rock names. I think we got there naturally, you know?
This is not fair.
We'll put it up on a poll again. So I can lose the second time.
So you can feel validated.
I always do.
I'm so sorry, pal.
So what was in round one? You voted for Stones.
Mm-hmm.
In round two, who were they up against?
Pink Floyd.
Okay, you voted for them then because you hate Pink Floyd, and then you voted for AC/DC.
Yep.
And now all of a sudden you're a Beatles fan.
Yep. But also, I didn't vote for Zeppelin once.
You didn't?
Nope. Oh, that's not true. We all agreed on Zeppelin versus Aerosmith. Maybe I just don't like Aerosmith that much.
I thought you like the Doors.
The way you said that, oh my gosh.
What?
I heard all of the spite in the, you like the Doors. Oh. I heard every single letter twirled around your tongue with that. I also just want to, and I'm not just kissing your ass. I want to say, Stooge, excellent job on how you ordered this.
Amazing.
That was shockingly every single one of them a fantastic discussion.
I was really tough.
Yeah,
bravo. I tried to go on my gut, but that was fantastic, dude.
Absolutely,
really tough.
It's okay. It's not a big deal. I will just cry myself to sleep tonight. But we will survive.
But then what's Stairway to Heaven on loop?
Yeah, exactly. If you play Stairway to Heaven on loop, play it 4 times, you slept the whole night. All right, kids. So before we move on to trivia, I want us to do our pickups because that was something we all prepared for. Yes. So let's just take a quick minute. Dan, would you start us off? Show us,
of course,
some of the records
pickups are the records that you picked up this week.
Exactly.
Yes, this week.
Joining us for the first time.
So,
yep.
I got it in the mail. If that
counts. That counts.
The Vines were my favorite band in high school.
Oh, nice.
This was on a super cool like lime green thing.
Oh, wow.
The album's fine, but I'm like completing a collection there.
Of course.
And then I wanted to show you this one, which was a blank thing here. I've been trying to track down an Elvis Costello live album. Okay. That's really hard to find, and I keep missing it. And I found a bootleg of it. So it's literally just a piece of paper that was printed.
That's hilarious.
And then stuck on a white.
I've never seen
sleeve.
anything like that.
But the crazy thing,
as boot as it gets.
I really, I know. It's just like shipping labels or something. I promise I didn't plan this, but I was looking at this. It was recorded in March of '78. Wow. And I looked it up before this, and it was actually recorded March 6th, 1978. So
no way.
44 years ago today.
How crazy is that?
Show. And it was like songs from his first 2 albums, but finally got a copy of it. So
that's so cool.
Yeah.
Is that
what do you guys get?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, show us.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I next week I'm gonna be like holding up a pizza box with like I don't know, like I got this
with an envelope
bootleg
taped to it.
I promise I didn't put that together.
Dude, I've never seen that. I've been collecting for a hot minute. I've never seen anything like that.
Dude, it's shady. It's shady.
Yeah, that's shady as I'll get.
I loved it though. I loved it. I got mine 2 for the week. Okay. Just want to show you the first one here is Jet.
Yes, nice classic.
I love Jet this and the album. Vines, 2 Australian bands.
Yep.
Yeah, this freaking album, like I can put it on and listen to it the whole way through. Yep. It's a great album. I love it. And it's got, of course, the song that everyone and their mother knew, Are You Gonna Be My Girl in the years, because it played on everything all day.
And that's a music on vinyl one?
Yep, music on vinyl.
Heck yeah.
And I got to give a shout out to Rustic Records for having this one available.
Thanks, Rustic
I
Records.
love Jet, dude. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And then the other one that I'm actually like probably more excited about because this one's been hard. It's been on my want list on Discogs for a while.
Okay.
But they're really expensive. But my local store, Randy's Records, got to give Randy's a shout out.
Hey.
They got a couple copies in. I want to say last week, and they had one for me still, and that was The Fragile by Nine Inch Nails.
Nine Inch Nails.
So I've recently been really getting into Nine Inch Nails, and this album's hard to find on vinyl. And they recently somehow had a few come. I've seen them sporadically coming in a couple places, but they go really quick. I was really shocked when I called Randy and they still had this in stock. So
yeah,
that's the other one I picked up this week.
Look at that. Was that one super expensive? Like you said, the other ones were on Discogs.
No, that was only after taxes and everything. It was like $42, $41.
Wow,
which for some people is a lot of money. You know, I'm not going to deny that.
But you're loaded.
Compared to what it is on, I'm loaded.
Yeah.
But compared to like online on Discogs, they're going, for hundreds of dollars. So
yep. If you guys ever wonder why Stooge has a blue check mark in all of his social media, it's because he's loaded out of his mind.
I wish.
My two are 7 inches, so mine's not as impressive.
Nice.
And I don't know if you guys will know these bands, so that's okay.
7 inches is pretty impressive, if you ask me.
Son of a gun. We can't make it a freaking podcast. All right, real quick. So the first one is by the band No Pressure. I love this artwork. No Pressure is a pop punk band. Their singer sings in the band The Story So Far. The Story So Far has changed their sound a lot. They're a lot more easygoing and poppy, but he wanted to keep making punk stuff. So this is a side project where it's more punk focused. And then the other 7-inch is by a band called Koyo. And Koyo is made up of guys who are currently in hardcore bands that are on the rise. And they wanted to give their hand to emo music. So this is hardcore's look at emo. And it is freaking phenomenal. Like, and these are not, this one, I'll just say for both these were not easy to get. So I'm very excited on them. Not everybody in the vinyl community loves 7 inches. However, I have always loved them. I have a lot of them. Stooge, stop. Oh my gosh.
I've got some behind my head here.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I've had 7 inches as long as I've been collecting. So there you go. Stooge. I feel like your parent right now, and we're like at a funeral and you've laughed at the wrong joke or something like that. We're gonna get kicked out of Walmart.
All right, I'm back. All right.
Great. Anyway,
like 10 inch.
There you go.
Do you know No Pressure is also the name of a Logic album?
Well, there you go. There's a lot of work to get to. The things that we learned. Anyway, sorry that we did that in the wrong part of the show, everybody, but I'm glad we showed each other's pickups.
Yep. All right, you guys ready for this?
Handing it over to you.
All right,
Let's do
it. What's the word I'm looking for?
Bearded beauties.
Who is the guy that betrayed America in the Revolutionary War? B. Arthur's? No, that's...
B. Arthur betrayed America in the Revolutionary War.
Yeah. That's what Golden Girls was, right?
She had her giant shoulder pads, and she looked George Washington right in the eyes, and she was just like, yes, George. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
B.
Go
Arthur.
take that vote.
I'm crying now.
You're thinking of Benedict Arnold.
Arnold. There we go.
B. Arthur is 200 times funnier.
All right, let's get on track.
Very different. Very different people.
Are they though? When you think about it,
yeah.
B. Arthur, my favorite.
Oh my gosh.
My favorite part of the Revolutionary War is probably B. Arthur betraying America.
I'm editing this out.
No, keep it. And then for our Instagram, I'm gonna make a picture of B. Arthur photoshopped into like the signing of the Declaration of Independence.
What's even funnier is I mean, the name of course fits, as you can tell. I'm a stooge. There's one point like a couple of years ago where I was going back to school to become a history teacher.
Can you imagine you're in high school teaching history and you're like, there was this woman, her name was B. Arthur.
Everything was going fine until that damn
Dan's
B. Arthur.
never gonna come back.
And Betty White was the one who made the flag, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's really, really funny.
No, she's the one that said, "My only regret is I have but one life to give." That was her.
I think that was Rue McClanahan.
Anyways, okay.
I thought it was thank you for being a friend, but
Yeah.
Here we
They
go.
really did travel down the road and back again. All right, Stooge, trivia.
All right, trivia. Do you guys
Okay.
have your
We got
papers
paper.
ready?
We got paper.
Okay, because today you guys are going to be pitted against each other in trivia about some fat bottom girls. It's going to be Queen is what we're doing today.
Okay.
I got Queen. I got the album.
That's right,
there.
you do. Yep.
Jazz, my favorite Queen album, and I don't know if you can see it right here behind me. I'm pointing at him. That's a
Oh, it's Freddie Mercury.
It's a Freddie Mercury. Yeah.
Little Funko Pop.
Yep.
Love that.
So, all right. So I'm going to read off the question. I need you guys to write it down. Don't just shout it out or anything like that.
Okay.
I'll give you like 5 seconds to answer, and then actually some of these you might need a little bit longer. But then I'll ask for your answers, and we will keep score and see who the bigger Queen fan is.
Okay. Love it.
You ready? All right, here we go. Question number 1. I need you to name one member of the band besides Freddie Mercury. Just one.
Okay. And are you like counting for these, by the way, like time wise?
No, not really.
Okay.
I'll give you roughly 5 seconds.
We hold it up.
When I'll ask you. So, go ahead, Dan. What was your answer?
Brian May.
That is one of them. Good job. And how about you, Waffles?
Brian May.
All right. 1 point for each of you.
Look
It's
at that.
Tied 1-1. Okay, you guys ready for question number 2?
Absolutely.
All right. Question number 2. How many studio albums did Queen release?
Ooh.
It's a big number. It's a big number. Just write down a number.
Okay.
It's a pretty big number.
You sound like Alex Trebek on SNL Jeopardy, where you're like, write down a number and you'll win.
All right. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead, Waffles. What's yours?
8.
That is incorrect. How about you, Dan?
17.
Close. It was 15.
They had 15
All right.
studio albums.
Yeah.
That's insanity.
They were busy. All right, here we go. Question number 3. And I'll give you 1 point for each of these. It's 1-1 still. I need you to name 5 Queen albums.
Ooh. Oh dear Lord, my brain just went blank.
Mine did too. We probably got the same couple. Ooh.
I can see all the album covers in my brain.
All right, I'm going to give you 10 more seconds, Waffles.
Gosh dang it, what's the stupid robot one called?
What's the robot?
What is the robot called? F this.
5, 4.
Dan, you won the point. Congratulations.
3, 2, 1. No, you're going to get a point for each one you get right.
Oh,
you're going to get more points than me then.
All right. Time's up. Here we go. We'll go back to Dan.
Start us up, Dan.
All right. I got Queen.
Yeah.
Self-titled.
Mm-hmm.
Queen 2.
Yep.
Night at the Opera.
Yep.
The one with the android robot guy on it.
What's that called?
No name. I can't think of it either.
It's News of the World.
News of the World.
Okay. Greatest Hits.
No, doesn't count.
No, that's all I got.
I literally gave you an answer.
I know. I couldn't remember the name of it. It's Jazz. Gosh dang it.
All right, so you got 3 points. So you're up to 4 now. Okay, Waffles. Who's keeping track of are you keeping track of your own points?
I'm keeping track of my own points.
I got
keep track of your points. Okay, perfect. Okay, how about you, Waffles?
I only have Night at the Opera and Queen.
Okay, that's 2 points.
Yeah,
hey,
I know.
hey, it could have been worse. I'm not going to go through them all because some of them will be answers later on.
Of course, and there's a lot of them.
All right, here we go. You ready for the next question?
Yes.
Queen wrote the soundtrack to this 1980 science fiction film. They wrote and performed the soundtrack. 1980 sci-fi film.
I think I know it, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm probably wrong, I'm being honest.
All right. Let me know when you're done, Waffles. I think Dan's done.
I'm done.
All right, Dan, we'll start with you. That is correct.
Flash Gordon? Okay.
Flash Gordon is correct. How about you, Waffles?
Legally Blonde.
No.
You guys are laughing. Oh, it's wrong. Okay.
Yes.
Well,
All right. It's a sci-fi musical.
it's true.
It's a pretty interesting movie. You should check it out.
Legally Blonde? Totally agreed.
Here we go. What was the title of Freddie Mercury's 1985 solo album?
Oh, it's something so stupid.
It's not something so stupid.
That's not the name of it. It's just something so stupid.
I would not have gotten this one correct. Now we'll give you 5 more seconds. Time is up. Put your pencils down. If you're writing that long, you probably got it wrong, Waffles.
Okay, great.
All right, we'll start with you, Waffles.
Mustached and ready to drive.
That is a creative name, but that is incorrect.
That's not it. That's what I had.
Oh. Did you have anything, Dan?
I had Fred. I don't know.
Freddie.
Got nothing.
It's Mr. Bad Guy, so no points will be awarded to either one of you.
Excuse me, I was correct when I said it was something stupid.
Mr. Bad Guy.
Mr. Bad Guy.
All right, next question.
Okay, here we go.
Brian May has a PhD in this field. I would have gotten this one right. I've read one of his books.
I would have gotten this one right.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I would have gotten it. Actually, I might have the book over somewhere down here.
Yeah, why don't you pull it out?
Yeah, why don't you just read us that part on what he got to do?
This is a PG show, Dan. Damn.
Okay, 7-inch.
I love you two so much. I haven't written anything down yet, so give me a second.
Okay, I'll give you. Yeah, I'll see if I can find it real quick. Hold on.
Okay, good.
Oh shoot, I knocked over some records. Hold on.
Gosh, dang it. Okay, Dan, this is our chance.
I really have no clue.
I don't either. I was trying to think of something funny, but I couldn't even think of like a funny answer.
I'm gonna guess.
Yeah.
Just based on what he looks like.
Mm-hmm.
In my head. So
Okay.
I'm gonna judge him hard.
I'm gonna
based on
do the
girls.
exact same thing.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I think that's a fun way to do it if we don't know.
I think so too. Yeah.
All right, I am back. I am back.
No.
Lee.
Oh no.
Oh, pardon the gut.
Hey, we
I
love
knocked
that
over
guy.
I knocked it over. All right.
That got
Pardon
very
the gut.
exciting for 1 second. Yeah.
I am out of breath. All right. Let's start with Dan. What's your answer?
Waffles and I said we both didn't know. We were going to go with our what we thought he looks like. And I think he looks like
wizard?
a computer engineer.
Computer engineer is incorrect.
Dang it.
Bummer.
Is that what you thought too?
No, I said cosmetology.
Cosmetology.
He got his PhD
No.
in it. Yeah.
He got a PhD in astrophysics.
Really?
Like space stuff. And here's the book. It's called Bang.
And he
Interesting.
chose guitar. Interesting.
Yeah. There he is.
There he is. You can see
How interesting.
you can see the hair. Unmistakable.
You know,
That's true.
he was for the stars one way or another.
That is so funny, Dan. Oh my
There's
gosh.
his name, Brian May. What'd you say? I missed it.
He's destined for the stars.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Nice. All right,
Okay.
here we go.
Okay.
Next question. Roger Taylor has this many solo albums. Just throw out a number. Less than 10. I'll give you a hint.
Okay. Okay.
More than 0, less than 10.
Okay. Well, I'm already wrong.
Yeah, me too. Okay.
I was gonna say 0.
Yeah, I thought this was a trick question here. Oh man, hold on.
5 seconds
Got it. Okay.
to write down a number. All right, time's up. We'll start with
Okay.
you, Dan.
7.
Oh, so close again. It's 6.
I said 6 2/3.
I mean, why would you
I'm
put
not gonna give
2/3?
myself because he
I
might have
think
had
that
2/3 of an
counts.
album. Yeah.
Maybe he has like an unfinished album. I don't know.
It's not gonna count because I was 2/3 over, but I'll give
Yes.
myself a third of a point. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that.
All right, here we go. Next question. This one
Okay.
will be easier.
Okay.
This actor portrayed Freddie Mercury in the 2018 biopic Bohemian Rhapsody. And time. Waffles.
Reese Witherspoon.
That is correct.
Oh
How
my
did
god.
you know?
I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
And she
yeah.
got snubbed for sure.
And how about you, Dan? That is
Rami
correct.
Malek.
You actually got
Yep.
it correct. So you get a point. Waffles gets 0 points on that one.
It's true.
I
I
think
actually knew
Waffles-
that one, but I was dedicated to the Legally Blonde joke, and I just didn't want to let the bit die.
Okay.
Oh, that went above my head, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
Sad I missed it.
Yeah, because Legally Blonde. I'm following you. Here we go.
Okay, here we go.
Next
Number
question.
9.
This person has served as Queen's frontman since 2011. Give you 5 more seconds. And time.
Okay.
All right, Dan, what did you put?
American Idol guy. I couldn't think of his name.
We'll give you a half point. How about you, Waffles?
Adam Lambert.
That is correct. Surprised
Yeah,
you didn't put Reese Witherspoon.
I put that for one of the answers already.
Or
I should have
a little
put.
dog.
I should have put Reese Witherfork. Yeah.
Reese Witherford. Yeah. Reese Witherknife. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Next question. What's the score so far? How many you got, Dan?
6.5 if you're counting the 0.5.
All right. How about you, Waffles?
4.
All right.
When the fetch did you get 6.5?
I don't want the 0.5 then. I don't want the 0.5.
All right.
you're
It's 6
keeping
to
the
4.
0.5.
6 to 4.
He's
Here we go.
he's getting 7. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Next
go.
question. Queen's performance at this 1985 benefit concert is widely regarded as one of the best rock and roll performances of all time. And we'll start with Waffles.
Live Aid.
Correct. How about you, Dan?
Live Aid.
Nice. So it is 7 to 5. If you want to stop it there, we can. I just have the next section of the quiz would be I'd name a Queen song, and you have to tell me which member of the band wrote it.
Wait, so like you're just gonna name a Queen song and we tell you which member wrote it?
Yeah.
Will you give us all the members' names?
That's what I was gonna ask.
Yes.
Brian May
So-
and Freddie Mercury. Yeah.
Brian May, Freddie Mercury. There's Roger Taylor.
Roger Taylor. What did he play?
What do you think?
An instrument. That's why I asked.
Bass?
No, he was the drummer. And
Okay.
then John. John was the bassist.
Okay.
John the bassist.
John.
Of course John plays bass. Okay. Makes sense. All right.
All right, here we go. Number 1. Bohemian Rhapsody. Just write down a name. Who wrote it?
Oh.
5.
Okay, hold on.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Waffles, what's your answer?
Freddie.
That is correct. How about you? Nice. 1 point for each of you. Next one. Another one bites the dust. 5,
Oh shoot.
Oh.
4,
Oh.
3, 2, 1. Pencils down. How about you, Dan?
Roger?
That's wrong.
Brian?
Nope, that's wrong as well. It was John.
Oh, dang it.
John.
It's got that
Of
sick
course
bass.
it was.
Dun,
Of
dun,
course it
dun,
was John. Okay.
dun, 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 dun,
The
dun,
pieces
dun.
connect. Yeah. The pieces
Anyways.
connect.
We are the champions. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Waffles.
Brian.
Wrong. Dan.
Dang it.
Oh, I had Brian.
No, it was Freddie. Here we go.
Oh,
we will,
that makes sense.
We will rock you. 5.
This was in the movie.
4,
Ah!
3, 2, 1. Dan.
Brian again.
Yes, Brian is correct. How about you, Waffles?
I put Roger.
Nope. All right,
son.
everybody's favorite, Fat Bottom Girls. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Waffles.
Brian.
That is correct. Dan?
I had Fred for that one.
No. Keep track of your score. What are we at right now before we continue?
I'm only at 6.
I think I'm at 9. I got a little confused there.
Hey. All right, moving on. Killer Queen. 5,
Oh.
4,
I love that song.
3, 2, 1. What's your answer, Waffles?
Freddie.
Correct. Dan? Good job. Both the point. All right, here we go. Radio Gaga. 5,
Ooh.
4, 3, 2, 1. We're going with Dan. That is incorrect. Waffles?
I said John.
That is incorrect as well. It was actually Roger.
Oh, interesting.
All right.
All right.
Which
here
is
we go.
funny because that's not a super drum heavy song.
All right, here we go. You're my best friend. 5, 4, 3. Does this add pressure? Me counting down. 2,
Yes.
1.
I'm
Waffles.
sweating.
Freddie.
That is incorrect. Dan.
I was
No.
going Fred on that one too.
It was John on that one.
Oh.
Slapping the bass. All right, here we go. 2 left. All right.
Okay, here we go.
Don't Stop Me Now. Another banger. 5.
That's actually my favorite Queen song.
4, 3, 2.
Oh, I changed my mind. Ah!
1. All right, we'll start with Dan. Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
Freddie is
Damn
correct.
it.
What did you write?
I said Freddie first, but then I changed it to Brian. So
Well, you screwed yourself.
yes, I did.
All right, here we go. Last one.
Okay.
I want to break free. How was that? Was that pretty good?
That was fantastic. It's also the best music video, fun fact.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we'll go with Dan.
John?
Yes, John is
Oh,
correct. How about
John.
you, Waffles?
I said Freddie.
Nope, you were wrong. All right, what's the final score?
7.
12.
7-12. And Dan
I got
is the winner.
obliterated.
You did get
Thank you.
obliterated.
Thank
As
This wasn't
per
even
usual.
This wasn't even a quick little, oh, is it Led Zeppelin or the Beatles? This is one of those, like, we're going to hand you your head. Chris's head, Dan. Congratulations.
I really did not have high hopes for myself there. So
You killed
thank
it.
you.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure to play with you guys. That was awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Pleasure to play with you too. All right, kids. We've got a few questions from social media that we're going to answer before we wrap things up.
Q&A.
All right.
Last segment of the show is Q&A. There you go.
Not all of these are related to music. The first one is not, but I'm very curious what your answers are.
Okay.
The first question comes from our best question asker, Travis, also known as Nightwalker22. He asks, favorite cartoon from your childhood? Dan, start us off.
Rocco's Modern Life.
Hell freaking yes.
That's the best. Rocco's
Kindred
he's the
spirits,
best.
brother.
Yeah. He gets walked on by everybody, but he just has the best positive spirit and he just keeps on going.
Keeps on keeping on.
Yeah. Stooge, what's your answer? Favorite cartoon from your childhood?
I'm basic. It's The Simpsons. I love that show.
Oh, of course.
Been watching it forever. So
Absolutely. My answer to this, you guys will find shocking, is Ren and Stimpy. I think
nice.
it's
not
to blame,
shocking at all.
It's to blame for my sense of humor,
It explains a
100%.
lot.
Nice.
I remember being like 6 years old and telling my dad about the episode where Stimpy farts and the fart comes to life and it goes missing and they have to go look for it. And that itself is why I am the way I am.
Nice. Did you get the Ren and Stimpy vinyl from?
I didn't.
Are you
I missed
interested
out
in
on
that?
it.
Okay, I'll let you know when if it goes up again. But they're
Better than bad. It's
There
good.
were so many great songs on the Ren and Stimpy show. Yeah.
Amazing.
Next question. So weirdly, a lot of these are related in a similar, but they all came from different people. But this one I would love to hear both of your answers on, because when we threw this up on our Instagram stories, we said we're gonna have an expert with us of classic rock for the past 60 years. So I'm interested to hear what your thoughts on this are.
Okay.
This comes from our good buddy Steven, also known as Beards and Breakdowns Vinyl on Instagram and TikTok.
All right.
Nice.
Steven.
We love you, Steven. He said, have you seen a positive inclusion of people and styles in music in the last 60 years?
For
I can repeat
sure.
that again. Yeah.
Me first.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
I absolutely. It's definitely, primarily, especially rock and roll and classic rock is primarily a lot of, dudes who look like us, white guys in beards with long hair and just, rocking out. And I think it's not that they're letting more people in. I just think that there's more people kind of seeking out playing music that maybe didn't do it before. And it's interesting that he brought this up. In April, I'm going to be doing an episode about this girl group from the 60s that was actually kind of buried and were forced to kind of do stuff that they didn't want to sing and were just really abused by the system, the music system. And you don't see that a lot anymore. I think, especially with independent artists making their own releases, anybody can do anything now. So it's, I don't necessarily know if people are being let into the world of music. I just think everybody's kind of bleeding on in, and it's making sounds even cooler than they were before.
Absolutely. Stooge, what are your thoughts?
I don't know, because I don't have a lot of experience. And I, it's as a white male, things are just naturally easier for me in society in general. So I don't really have a comment, but I wouldn't want us to get confused accessibility with being invited, I guess you would say. Because wasn't the question more like, are they being, or with inclusion?
Yeah, have you seen a positive inclusion of people and styles?
So I will agree that progress is being made, but I'm sure there's still plenty of people who will tell you we need to make more progress. But once again, I don't know. I don't have any experience. So I feel once again unqualified to speak on what is, I feel like, an important topic. But I do have the opinion that people shouldn't be included for any kind of whatever the demographic may be. So, but I think we'd all agree with that across the board.
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely.
And from my perspective, in the world of metal and hardcore, there's a fantastic inclusion right now of those who are transgender and non-binary, where it's not like do you guys remember like Pete Burns in the 80s? That was like the big thing of like, what gender is he? But with this now, it's not like a gimmick. It's not something people are asking these individuals. It's just cool that now there's so many more people in heavy music that don't conform to binary gender, that it's not like a gimmick. It's not something that they are just using as a thing. It's just that they are that way and they make fantastic music. And it's cool because you should never group everybody. In most of heavy music, people are very accepting. It has nothing to do with gender. It's very fun, and we're just all there to have fun together. So I love that part of it too, is that we're making progressive steps continually. But I agree with what you both said, is that we have made lots of steps, but we got lots more to go. Couple of questions.
Such a serious question.
I know.
Yeah,
seriously.
Great question.
We went from Ren and Stimpy to that.
I know. Yeah.
This next question is very interesting, and if you need a second to answer, totally understandable. This comes from an account called Moo Puns. Moo Puns.
Okay.
What is one of the most standout albums you've had the pleasure or displeasure of hearing? That's a heavy one.
In like classic rock?
Sure. Maybe just you heard an album and you thought to yourself, "Oh my gosh, this is incredible." Like if I asked you that question, what's the first thing?
I'll say my most recent one. I picked up this band from like '68 maybe. Paul Rothchild, who produced The Doors, also produced this band. They're called Clear Light.
Mm-hmm.
I put it on just kind of, expecting very similar things, and they kind of blew me away. That was like the most recent one that I really had. It was a pleasure to listen to the whole thing. So yeah, Clear Light, a self-titled album. Check it out.
Love that.
Yeah.
Stooge, what's your answer? Standout album.
Standout album. I mean, I know this is going way back, but I feel like this album like had like an aha moment for me, more than any album that I can think of in my life, and that would be Rage Against the Machine's self-titled album.
Oh, sick.
I never heard anything like Rage before, so when I heard that album for the first time, I was like, "Whoa, this is incredible." And after that, I was just consuming all the Rage I could. They only had their self-title, and I caught on kind of late. Their Evil Empire was out by that time too, so I jumped right into Evil Empire as well. But just hearing their self-title for the first time, it changed a lot of my music consumption and what sort of like desires or whatever you want to call it, like what I consumed.
Yep.
So that would probably be the biggest one in my life, is that album.
Love it. And then my answer is similar. I was quite young when I discovered it. Is Nevermind the Bollocks, Here's the Sex Pistols. That album, I was like 10 or 11 when I bought the CD, and I remember just like putting it on my little tiny. It was a CD player that was also an alarm clock, and I remember like playing that whole thing at every single song. I was like, "This freaking rules!" I loved it. So that one at a very early age was huge for me. Mm-hmm. Okay, last couple of questions. We're gonna lump them together for the sake of time. But these questions come from Dark Strand Vinyl on Instagram and Nikki No Good 315. The question is, best live band and most disappointing live artist you've seen.
Ooh, those are good questions.
Good questions, Dan. Would you mind starting us off? If you don't know yet, we can have Stooge start.
Yeah, let's have Stooge start.
Stooge, go for it.
I defer to Waffles.
Fantastic. For best live band, maybe I've talked about it on the show. It's my favorite band to see live is called Amon Amarth. They're a death metal band that sings about Vikings, and so their live shows are insane. They had people dressed up as Vikings come out and fight. They had people dressed as Norse gods. The drum kit was on a Viking helmet. They had giant blow up mythical creatures. The singer had Thor's hammer. It was a production. They even got drunk and they held like the horns that Vikings would drink out of.
Mm-hmm.
It was insane.
I
And
go
so
to that
like,
show.
yeah, so like whether you like the music or not, and instead of moshing, people at the show, they get on the floor, sit on their bums, and they pretend they're in a Viking boat and they row. It's so sick.
I love
And then
that.
for
That's
most
amazing.
disappointing band, this was at Warped Tour. So I was like, this is 10 years ago, easy. And it was the band Taking Back Sunday. They're one of my favorite bands growing up, but the singer was wasted. And so I was super excited to see them. They're the last band I was going to see that day. And he could barely walk. He was so drunk. And so getting to be there, and you're 18 and it's Warped Tour. So you've been in the sun the entire day. And you're like, I'm so excited to see Taking Back Sunday for the first time. And the singer can barely get a sentence out. That was really disappointing. But anyway. Dan, have you thought of yours yet?
Yeah, I can give you an answer.
Okay.
Best live band, I think, any form of the Dead. If you haven't seen them, it really is an experience. It is a lot of fun. You know, you're going to hear that from everybody, but you should really hear some of their live stuff, or go see a show in any form. But most disappointing, that's tough. I'll probably say some weird acts at Lollapalooza in between going to other shows. That's probably the most disappointing I've felt.
It's always festivals things for you, right? You get you get a bunch of great bands, and then there's always like the sandwich bands. You're like, this sucks.
Sandwich bands.
Sandwich bands. Stooge, what about you?
So for the good one, I think I'll go with the Front Bottoms, believe it or not. Every show I've been to, there's always really good energy, and everyone's super psyched to see them play. The crowd sings louder than Brian does, the lead singer. And it's just a really good energy. People are psyched. It's really fun. For disappointing band, I'm pretty selective with the shows that I go to. And so, I mean, because I turned down, what was the Under Oath?
How dare you turn down
to go see
how
Under
dare
Oath.
you turn down a metalcore band with me? Oh well.
I was like, nah, I'm good.
That also sold out, so I don't know if you would be able to get in. No.
Oh, bummer. You know. Anyways, so I don't know. I would say probably my most disappointing concert, and it not necessarily the band's fault. It was when I was really young. I went and saw Stone Temple Pilots and Red Hot Chili Peppers in Fresno. We have what's called the Cell and Arena. It was my first time going to an arena show. Oh, cool. So, because before there's always general admission where you go and stand and you could mosh or do whatever the hell you wanted, and that was, I grew accustomed to that. So when I had to sit in a seat, I'm like, this kind of sucks. I'd rather be up and moving around and doing stuff, because once again, I was like, I don't even know if I was out of high school. I might have been in high school still. Oh, really? So I wanted to I didn't want to sit down. I wanted to rock out to the music, and I had to sit there, and I was like, oh, this kind of sucks. So once again, not the band's fault.
The experience though.
Yeah. But now 100% give me those seats,
Isn't that funny?
Get me away from the pits.
Seriously.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Man.
Anyways.
Thank you to everybody who asked questions. We really appreciate it, whether on social media or whatever. We're very, very grateful to be able to have content for you guys, and these questions help give us content. So that's what we've got for the Deadwax show. We just want to say thank you to Dan for joining us today. Seriously.
Thank you for having me. This was an absolute pleasure. It's a dream of mine. So this
oh my gosh, you're really a delight. Exciting. You're a delight in every way.
You guys are the best.
Go ahead and plug your podcast.
Yeah,
where the folks can find you.
Check out bsideslive.com. That should have all the links. But if you check out B-Sides Live on YouTube, there's two podcasts there. One called B-Sides Live, where we kind of dive into some music history of very specific topics. And then the other one's called The Crate Dig, where bands pick through my record collection, and then we talk about their favorites live on air. Record them all live on Zoom, and then put the rest on YouTube. So see if you can make it to the next one.
That's super sick.
Yeah.
I love it. Thanks for joining us, Dan.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, guys. This has been a pleasure.
It's been great. Stooge, any last words you want to give to the people?
Yes. Once again, just want to remind everybody about going to Teespring, picking up some Deadwax merch, everything from March. We're sending to Ukraine. And then please continue to do the Deadwax challenge. It's been great seeing everybody's posts, and it's been really fun. So please continue to do so.
And as a reminder, those who participate in the Deadwax challenge are entered in to win a prize pack at the end of the month, and it's going to be really, really good.
What's the word? Is there a word? that you?
Yes. See, it's so good.
See,
That you're
I'm
a
on
fan.
top of it.
It's so good that you're a fan.
I've been waiting to see what it
Dan,
is. This
you
whole
choose the
time.
word. You choose the word.
Oh,
if people made it to the end of the episode,
is
what
it
is
one
the
word
word?
or can it be a phrase?
It can be whatever. There's no rules. Do
Let's
crimes. Yeah.
Fat bottom girls. Fat bottom
There
girls.
you go. I
Sick.
approve.
Yeah.
Put fat bottom girls in the comments if you made it all the way to the end of this. As always, everybody, thank you so much for watching this entire thing. We're giant hot messes, but we love every single one of you, and we're so grateful. I already plugged our social medias, but once more, we're already on TikTok and Instagram. Please follow us there for all the inside scoops and everything. Call us Baskin Robbins internally, because we got the inside scoops. As always and forever, please, 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 please get out of the groove and get into the Deadwax. Goodbye, everybody.